Auston, what was good to you guys to see Sammy back?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, obviously, being away for a little bit, seeing him back here, he's been doing a lot of good work. So it's on us to continue to support him, continue to help him in whatever way he needs. But he's been looking good.
How was it to see Matt Nyes go down?
Yeah, it was tough. We just saw him in there. He seems to be doing all right. Nothing too serious. So obviously, a pretty scary moment there.
What has he meant to this team, even as a rookie this season?
Yeah, he's been great. I think just as time's gone on, he's gotten more and more comfortable, and he's got a great personality, a great sense of humor, and guys love hanging out with him, love joking around with him. So he's been a really good addition to our team.
What sort of progress have you seen from Nick Robertson as he's finally getting kind of a consistent run in the NHL?
Yeah, I just think that's it right there. Just the consistency on on both sides of the puck. It's not easy to defend in this league sometimes. We're playing against really good players tonight, so I think he's just done a really good job of running his full 200-foot game. And then offensively, obviously, he can shoot the puck and just trying to find areas where he can get a shot off and utilize his tools.
Also, you guys have cleaned up pretty well in the defensive zone in the past several games now. What's gone into that business and clearing up?
I think just breaking out has been a little bit better for us, probably. Defending better, probably. I think there's a number of things that go into it. I think in the end it's more of a mindset and more of five guys being out there all being on the same page and understanding where each of us are going to be and what the objective is when there is defensive time in our defensive zone. So it's a number of things, but I just think the mindset for the most part has been the biggest shift.
How weird was the feel with black tape for a couple shifts last night?
It was fine. I was just trying it out the last couple of days and just kind of felt like using it for a little bit. So.
Anything in particular spark that?
Auston, a few rookies have a chance to go to the All-Star game this year. What do you remember about your first All-Star appearance in your rookie year? Is there something that maybe stood out, the whole experience, and being around so many guys I'm sure you watched?
Yeah, I think you just kind of nailed it on the head. It's just the experience in itself, being around a lot of great players, a lot of guys that you watched, growing up as you were going through youth hockey and stuff like that, and then finally being on the stage. So I just think it's a very eye-opening experience as well, and it's pretty cool to get to meet different guys, get to talk to people, and just kind of get to experience that weekend in itself.
William is leading the fan voting. What do you think he would bring to that sort of environment?
I think he'd bring a lot on and off the ice. So I don't think there's any doubt in our minds that he deserves to go and that he's going to go. And I'm sure he'll have a couple special things, whether it's his outfit or something on the ice that he's got planned for us. So I'm looking forward to it.
I know you kind of touched on it earlier, but anything more for you, Auston, given that it is that home issue? I think 6 times now it's been played before, but is there a little more juice for you that way that you can do something more like centerpiece for the defense?
For sure. I think it's just awesome to have it here at home, and in my experience, playing in different ones, the hometown guys, always get a lot of support, and it's a lot of fun for everybody. But I think it's really cool for the guys that are playing at home there. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend as a whole, but definitely sharing it with our fans and our rink and everything like that. It's pretty cool.
Like a day left in voting. Morgan would never, of course, pitch himself just the way he is, but he's up there in the votes. what would be your pitch to the voters for Morgan Riley at the All-Star game?
I think he speaks for himself. He's the backbone of this team and the backbone of our defensive end, and what he does for us. The effort he puts in on the ice, off the ice, his leadership. Everything. He really does it all. So I can't say enough good things about him.
What did you take away from the time out of the lineup?
Honestly, I don't know. It's just be ready. I'm happy with how I've been playing and just do what I can when I get back in.
What do you like about how you've been playing?
I just think I've been playing simple, letting the game come to me, just play the game. Don't force things, and when I get a chance to shoot the puck. So I'm just happy with how simple I'm keeping it. And I think when you're playing the right way, things open up and you get more confident with the puck, and everything else kind of plays in the way you want it.
What's the next step, do you feel, for yourself in terms of your evolution into an everyday NHLer?
I'd just say, managing pucks. I think any young guy, rookie, can always get better in that area. I think just managing pucks and just being good in the D zone, and I think it's nothing too crazy. I think I've developed in the way I want to, and happy with it. So I'll just keep going and get better every day.
The celebration after your goal yesterday was pretty reserved given the score, but I'm sure what that goal meant to you. Was it hard to be a little bit reserved with that?
It's not hard. I mean, you're pumped up, obviously, but you want to be respectful for the other team and the scores. So I think the excitement's still the same, but the physical, outgoing emotion is a little different.
What is the team doing well these days? What's the team doing well?
I think we're just playing well, in our own end and managing pucks well. I think we're not giving teams much time to develop their own game, and forcing them our game and limiting theirs. So I think that's a cool thing.
It says something about Martin Jones.
He's a very patient goalie. I think he's very steady in net. He doesn't seem like he gets overwhelmed and that he's scrambling all over his net. So he's very patient and very calm in his net, and he's been great for us.
Nick, it looked like the group really did dial in before you guys headed out west when it came to playing structured defensively. Was there like a concentrated meeting, or was it just something that sort of happened organically with how you guys were playing?
I think a little bit organically, a little bit obviously. Kiefer and the coaching staff always harps on being good defensively. As good we are offensively, I think we can also be as good defensively. I think we have a lot of players that can make good plays in the D zone to create a lot of offense on the rush. So I think it's just more of a message from Kiefer, obviously harping on it and working in practice as well as organically. The team just feels good. You feel good. You're going to be good in the D zone and the O zone.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's great. I know he's put in a good week of work and is, really motivated, obviously, to find his form and, come back and be a difference maker as he has been for us in his time here. So, anytime you get back with the group, say from an injury or whatever it may be, but certainly in a situation like this, you're excited and just want to get back to work and playing and to the level that you want to be at. So, we think the world of him. We love him as a teammate, and just great to see him back out there.
How tough was it to see Matt Nyes get hurt there?
Yeah, it's obviously worrisome, I think, first and foremost for him, and obviously the impact he's made as a young player, and his growth and development's been tremendous. So you never want to see that, and from what I'm hearing, he's doing pretty well. I haven't seen him yet since coming off the ice, but so hopefully all's good. But never seen you want to see him practice, or at any time.
What has stood out about Martin Jones since he's come up?
Yeah, just you can tell he's been through it once or twice, and very calm demeanor as a guy, and that really translates, I think, to him in the net. Just very calm and poised. Just tries to find his spots and how he plays the shooter, and just let the kind of puck come towards him, and trust his technique and his ability. So it's just calm and very composed.
William Nylander is leading the fan voting for the All-Star game. What do you think he would bring to that sort of environment?
Well, I think many things. His flair on and off the ice is as good as anyone in the league. Special talent, obviously playing at such a high level right now. One of the top scorers in the game, and his personality. I think his style, as we know, Willie Styles, I think fits an event like the All-Star Game very well. So, be a tremendous honor, very deserving.
Besides the results obviously going the way you've won in the last 4 games, what have you liked most about how the team's played?
Well, not trying to do too much, and just kind of being, poised with our game. Not that you don't want to be aggressive and on the attack, but you also don't want to be reckless and overcommitting and exposing yourself. So our game has been patient as it needs to be, and you just kind of got to work for your opportunities and capitalize on those, understanding the type of games we were going to be in, type of teams we were playing. So something to continue to build on, and we know the challenge we have here tomorrow, and obviously then going into the weekend.
The NHLPA just announced a new course for players and their families called Frontline. That's about mental health initiatives, trying to give you guys resources, not only you but your families, to make sure the mental health health is okay. Your reaction to them kind of making sure your guys' mental health is a priority?
Yeah, I think it's obviously very important. I think we've seen it a lot in society as a whole, but certainly in sports, and speaking for myself and professional sports. The stressors you go through on a daily basis, obviously being out in the public eye and all the demands they have on you, and certainly what the families go through. which isn't always an easy thing. You know, a lot of guys that aren't always set in stone in their situation and are changing cities year to year, or frequently can be difficult on families, on kids. You know, husbands, partners going on the road and being away for long periods of time and stuff like that. Those things all make a difference and make an impact on someone's situation, not just at the rink but off the ice as well. And the importance of everyone having those resources when they feel necessary, you know, to be able to talk and you know, get help when needed.
Morgan would never pitch himself for the All-Star game, but he's up there in the voting. He's never been there. What would be your pitch to the voters for Morgan?
Well, he should have been there already, in my opinion. So I think it's long overdue, and no better way than for it to be his first one to be in Toronto, especially what he's given to this city and this organization, and the level that he's playing at, and you know, just how much we rely on him on and off the ice. And I think one of the most unselfish players, teammates that I've had in my time in the league, in the game. So it'd be great to see him get that recognition. I think it's long overdue.
Yeah, initial outlook for Nyes.
It looks good. It looks good. I mean, we're not going to know more until tomorrow, but it looks good. He's not ruled out for tomorrow's game.
He's not ruled out for Sheldon?
He's not.
Okay.
Do you know, or did you see exactly what happened?
I kind of saw it, but it looked pretty innocent. But like he gave us, just kind of tweaked something, and he was obviously fearful of that it was something bad. But sometimes these things settle down, and I think that seems to be the case. But we won't really know until it really settles, and probably really until he wakes up tomorrow and you see where he's at.
Anything up with Gio?
Nope, just a recovery day for him.
What comes next for Ilya Sampson on Sheldon?
Well, he'll come on the trip with us here. He'll back up tomorrow night. Today was really just a chance for us to get him in here, get him back into practice with us, get him back on the ice with Curtis Sanford, and really see where he's at since we've left. So it's partly about that, but it's equally, if not more, about Dennis Hildeby, quite honestly, who we gave the day off to today, assigned to the Marlies, but a day off today, chance to practice with the Marlies tomorrow while we're away, and then get a game in with the Marlies on Friday. So that's really what it's about. But at the same time, it gives us a chance to assess Ilya and give him an opportunity to get back with the group.
Is there something you need to see from him before he starts again?
Yeah, I think, you know, it's you want to see him play with confidence in the net. You want to see him, right now all we have to go off of his practices. You want to see him practice well and have good habits, and you want to see him, you know, have life about him and confidence. So that's it, just a chance to assess him, and, you know, today is a good day for him to, like I said, work with Curtis again, and be around our team for a bit here, and we'll reassess after Friday.
You guys chose for him not to speak to us today. What's behind that?
Well, I think it's part of what he's going through here now is part of it's physical, but more of it is mental, right? So you guys are all fine people and all, but when you're going through something, it doesn't help. It hurts. We're here to help and support the players. So the time will come when you'll get a chance to speak to him, I'm sure. But we're trying to do everything we can to get the player back to being himself, and bringing him back here to throw him out here and have to answer all sorts of questions is not conducive to the goal.
What's your sense of where he's at? I'm not sure how much you've actually talked to him, but do you have a feel for where he's at right now?
I think he was very appreciative of how we've handled it the last bit, and how he's been able to work with Hanu, and it's a combination of spending time alone, working on his game, and lots of time in the gym, lots of time to clear his head and go through the mental side of it. Got a good practice with the Marlies yesterday and get some more, more of those types of reps, which are important for him. But he's going through it right now, and like I said, we've got to help him through that, but also he's got to help himself. And in the meantime, we got to continue to do what's right for Hildeby in his development.
The Jones early departure today is part of the overall plan here.
Yeah. We had a conversation with him today on based on how he was feeling, and whether it was to take the full day off today like Gio did, or to skate tomorrow morning. And Gio elected to he's a morning skate guy anyway. He's going to skate tomorrow, and Jones doesn't want to skate in the morning, so he wanted to get out there today, and he felt really good coming in this morning. So he wanted to do full practice, but we just told him he'll get the work he needed at the beginning and be ready for tomorrow.
Your counterpart at the Raptors went on a pretty epic rant last night, just talking about the officiating. I'm curious your perspective on what it's like for a coach. It's emotional. You come off the ice, you have to talk to us. How do you manage that emotion?
It's a challenge for sure, but it's part of the job. But sometimes it's blowing off steam. Sometimes it's calculated too, right? And you're trying to kind of send a message and be a voice for your team and for your players. I don't know the specifics of exactly what you're talking about, but I think that is generally what you go through as a coach, is trying to manage and process all of that.
It's still nice to hear when another coach maybe rants at a ref every once in a while.
Well, there's no shortage of examples of that.